The pro wrestling scene in WWE is an ever-changing one. Stars suddenly become popular and fans relate to them more, even if they may not be in the main event at that point in time. With WWE only ever being able to push a finite number of superstars, the popular wrestlers may not be the ones fighting for the biggest championships, but have certainly managed another method to build their reputation in the public eye. The merchandise sales of stars determine a whole lot more than whose t-shirt is being sold the most. Stars with the most sales usually are looked upon favorably by the management and often get a stronger push and a higher position on the card. On the other hand, they also get a large amount of extra money from all the sales of their merch. With that being said, merchandise sales help to improve the standing of a wrestler in the company. My name is John, and in this video we will talk about 10 stars inside WWE who have the most merchandise sales, and while WWE doesn't reveal exact individual figures for sales, but these stars are known leaders for their current merchandise sales according to industry experts. The Usos really picked up their game in 2017 when they became SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Not only did they put on fantastic matches night after night, they also managed to come up with a fantastic slogan, Day One-ish. They held the titles for a long time and had a particularly good feud against the New Day before they were finally taken down by the Bludgeon Brothers. Since the Bludgeon Brothers have become SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos haven't really had the best time in WWE after Mania 34. Despite being the sons of the legendary Rikishi and a part of the Anoa'i wrestling family, for a large part of their lives the Uso brothers were not in WWE and instead worked as furniture movers. Thanks to Umaga, they finally made the career decisions to make the change and come to WWE, where they have not looked back and remain one of the teams selling the most wrestling merchandise in the company. WWE wasn't always the most forward of companies when it came to the way they treated women on their roster. The Attitude Era saw the company treat women as nothing more than eye candy as they took part in bikini contests and bra and panty matches, where it was about revealing as much skin as they could. In recent years, however, WWE have changed their views and in a big way, and the condition of women has changed. The women's revolution has seen the position of women improve on the card, with them taking part in main events and even having special stipulation matches between themselves. They had their first ever Hell in a Cell match, the Royal Rumble match, Elimination Chamber, and more, and now they have a woman on their roster capable of outselling many of the men in merchandise as well as beating them in a legitimate match. Ronda Rousey was one of the pioneers of the UFC women's division and added a hint of legitimacy to them, but now it appears as if she is doing the same to WWE. Ronda Rousey has had a good match against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon after teaming up with Kurt Angle. She then faced Nia Jax in a match, although interference from Alexa ensured that she couldn't win the title. Ronda's popularity in the mainstream media and UFC has seen her having huge popularity in WWE as well, with a lot of merchandise sales. Rusev is one of the best overall performers working in WWE today. His natural charisma and ring presence added to the overall persona that he has created, and add to that his ability in the ring, and you have a perfect star on your hands. Unfortunately, for a long time after a push as a foreign heel, WWE allowed him to fade into the background. It appeared as if he would not have a good run in the limelight and would continue to be one of those stars that fans forgot about eventually. Fortunately for him, being paired with Aiden English made all the difference for him. The idea of Rusev Day took off and the fans embraced it. WWE put that on a t-shirt and it was all the fans needed. They bought the shirt faster than WWE could make it, and just like that, Rusev became one of the most popular stars in WWE. Finn Balor is the original winner of the Universal title, although injury saw him having to give up the title the very next day on Raw after SummerSlam. Balor has not quite gained back the same momentum that he had before his injury, but his incredible ability in the ring, consistently good matches, and a great fan following have all made sure that he has not faded too far from the spotlight. Balor's match quality and his shirt supporting pride helped his merchandise sell like hotcakes in WWE. His reputation from the indies helped his cause, and with his continued good matches, the creative team might even take notice, enough for him to finally regain the Universal title that he never lost in the first place. If there's one person who we can say caught all fans by surprise in the last 3 years, it's definitely Braun Strowman. When he first made his debut as part of the Wyatt family, he seemed to be nothing more than another big man, who was lumbering and slow. Nothing could be farther from the truth. Over the last 2 years, Strowman has shown that he is one of the top wrestlers in WWE. Not only is he physically imposing in the ring, but add that his agility and uncanny athleticism, and what you have is a Neville who is more physically imposing. If only he would do the red arrow. What makes Strowman even better are the storylines that he's been involved in. His feud with Roman Reigns and his character trait of not leaving an opponent alone is what defined him to be something different. Remarkable feats of strength like dragging down scaffolding or tipping an ambulance or a car over has only added to the audience's impression of him. His popularity is ever on the rise, and with time it is assured that he will be a champion. But till then, his merch sales alongside his popularity and strength will ensure WWE do not forget about the monster among men. If there is one group in WWE who moves a lot of merchandise for the company, it's New Day. The ridiculousness of the New Day led to a lot of people to doubt them when they were first formed, but a lot of time and success have seen the group prove all of the naysayers wrong. Big E, Kofi, and Xavier Woods are an excellent team inside the ring and became the longest reigning tag team champions of all time. But at the time, they continued to sell merchandise for WWE. They've also managed to change their group and gimmick up enough times so that way they don't feel stale, and be it Bootios, cornflakes, or pancakes, the group has been successful in making selling merchandise their new gimmick. Seth Rollins was marked to be one of the company's faces early on in his career. He won the WWE title by cashing in his Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania in a moment that has gone down in WWE legend since then. The Architect suffered a serious blow to his run in WWE when he started to have knee injuries. 2 back-to-back injuries ensured that he would not remain in the spotlight for a long time. His run with the Shield and as the Authority's WWE champion had marked him out to be a top wrestler, but his time away from the business recovering from his injuries meant he could not go anywhere close to where he wanted to be in the minds of the fans. However, we've recently seen a resurgence in his popularity. Since defeating Triple H at WrestleMania, his partnership and reuniting with Dean Ambrose saw his stock rise with the fans. The Burn It Down star became even more popular even after Ambrose's injury. He continued to work to make sure that he was at the top of the WWE food chain. He teamed up with Jordan only to have him suffer an injury. His singles run has seen him putting on some of the best matches in WWE history, as he broke the record to give the longest performance in a single match in the Raw Gauntlet match in April. Rollins' merchandise is one of the most popular with the fans, and he will likely be holding a top-level title before too much time passes. A top man in WWE for quite some time now, and possibly Vince's favorite wrestler, Roman Reigns may appear to not be popular with the fans, but that's just not the case. Anytime the big dog appears in a WWE event, he is one of the most booed superstars there. No matter who he is fighting against, if someone was unaware, there would be no way to guess that Roman Reigns was a face, as the fans react to him as if he was the biggest heel on the planet. WWE's huge push and continuous main events have ensured that he is not one of the top guys in the minds of the hardcore fans. As far as the rest of the fans go, however, Roman Reigns is still one of the best superstars in WWE. He remains extremely popular with children and a section of the audience, leading him near the top of the list when it comes to merchandise sales, and it's likely he will be the one to finally defeat Brock Lesnar and go on to become the top man in the not so distant future. Ever since he made his debut in WWE, AJ Styles has been nothing short of phenomenal. His performances in the ring have made sure the casual fans have grown to love him, while the hardcore fans saw him as their favorite indie star, making the jump to the big time. Winning the WWE Championship almost immediately and then regaining it later has put to rest any doubts anyone had of WWE's commitment to him. And add to this the fact that AJ has stolen the show in any match that he's been in, and it's not a surprise to think that he is one of the top active men when it comes to the sale of merchandise. John Cena has been the most popular figure in WWE for over the past decade and then some. Ever since The Rock left the company in pursuit of his cinematic exploits, Cena took on his mantle in a more than capable manner. Cena has been the face of the company, which fans have both hated and loved. He is tied with Ric Flair having won 16 WWE titles, one away from breaking the record. Known throughout the world, he is famous for his brightly colored t-shirts and never say die attitude. Although infamous for apparently burying younger talent, Cena has put over more than his fair share of the WWE roster in his day. Now with one foot out the door, he is more focused on building his career in Hollywood. John Cena remains the top man in WWE when it comes to the sale of merchandise, proving the phrase out of sight, out of mind does not always hold true. And these are 10 wrestlers with the highest merchandise sales. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching Wrestling Hub, and I'll see you later with more wrestling videos.